Hello students, this is continuation to the previous video. In that we have ended with classification of keys, that is candidate key, primary key and composite key. If you see this diagram, we have two entities, staff and branch, with staff number and branch number as primary key attributes, and list of attributes also we have in each entity, and address is here composite attribute. If you observe, telephone number as multi-valued, total staff attribute is derived attribute. How to read relation between entities here? Staff manages branch, branch has staff. Because manages arrow shows towards branch and has relation arrow shows towards staff. Next. So we are seeing the types of entities here, that is strong entity type and weak entity type. What is strong entity type here? So it is a entity type that is not existence dependent on some other entity. Means what? If any entity does not depend on other entity, then that is strong entity. Just reverse to this for weak entity type. If an entity type that is existence dependent on some other entity type, that is depending on other entity type. So see the example here in the diagram, which is strong and which is weak here. Client is strong entity type and preference is weak entity type, because usually all entity types with primary key attributes are always strong entities. If entity type does not have primary key, then it should depend on other entity types. So it is called weak entity type. Then, so we are seeing advertisers is a relationship between newspaper and property for rent entity types. And here newspaper name is an attribute for newspaper entity type. Property number is attribute we are showing for property for rent entity type. Along with the attributes for entities, we can also show attributes for relationships also. Here, date advertised and cost are the attributes for the relationship advertises. To distinguish these attributes from entity attributes, we use dashed lines here if you observe. So these are the, so we can indicate that. So dashed, by seeing this dashed line, date advertised and cost are the attributes related to which advertisers relationship. Next, so constraints, structural constraints. So we know what is constraints. So the constraints are restrictions. So constraints may be placed on entity types while participating in a relationship. This tells by multiplicity. So multiplicity tells that how many possible entity occurrences from one entity type associated with other entity type through a particular relationship. So for binary relationships, there are three types of multiplicity: one to one, one to many, many to many. In some textbook, we may also have another multiplicity called many to one. But in our syllabus, these are the three enough. So let us come one by one. One to one relationship. So consider the relationship type manages, which relates the staff and branch entity types. So this is a semantic net. What is semantic net? It is a object level model showing in detail about entity occurrences while participating relationship with other entity type. So this is a semantic net which shows two occurrences of the manager's relationship type denoted as R1 and R2. R1 and R2. So here R1 and R2 are relationship occurrences and managers is relationship type. And we see that staff number SG5 entity occurrence manages branch number B003 and staff number SL21 entity occurrence manages branch number B005. Here SG5 SL21 are entity occurrences from staff entity type and B003 B005 are entity occurrences from branch entity type. Using the values for the primary key attributes staff number, branch number. In this semantic net, staff number SG37 does not manage any branch. SG37 does not manage any branch. It means a member of staff can manage 0 or 1 branch. But if we see the branch entity type, both B003 and B005 are managed by staff members SG5 and SL21. And no branch is left without participating in relationship in the semantic net. It means each branch is managed by one member of staff. Now see the ER diagram for the same example, and you know ER diagram uses higher level of abstraction than the semantic net by hiding the details of entity occurrences. Okay, as we know in this example, a member of staff can manage 0 or 1 branch. We place a 0 to 1 beside the branch entity type. That is 0 is minimum value and 1 is maximum value. And to represent that a branch always has one manager, we place 1 to 1 beside the staff entity. That is 1 is minimum value and 1 is also maximum value. This is about semantic net and ER diagram of the same example. Now the question is how it becomes one-to-one relationship. That means if you see the maximum number beside branch and staff entity types, both are ones. Because there is a maximum of one branch for each member of staff involved in this relationship and a maximum of one member of staff for each branch. So we refer this type of relationship as one-to-one. One-to-one. Now, if you are clear about this one-to-one relationship with this example, then you can easily understand one-to-many and many-to-many also. Next, coming to one-to-many, consider the relationship type overseas, which relates the staff and property for rent entity types. So this is a semantic net, displays overseas relationship type with 3 relationship occurrences R1, R2, R3, staff entity type with 3 occurrences, 3 entity occurrences SG5, SG37, SA9, property for rent entity type with 4 entity occurrences PG21, PG36, PA14, PG4. We see that staff number SG37 oversees PG21 and PG36 and staff numbers SA9 oversees property number PA14. But staff number SG5 does not oversee any properties for rent and property number PG4 is not overseen by any member of staff. Therefore, we can say that a member of staff can oversee 0 or more properties for rent and a property for rent overseen by 0 or 1 member of staff. Next, see the ER diagram for the same example. To represent that a member of staff can oversee 0 or more properties for rent, we place 0 to many beside the property for rent entity type. That is, 0 is minimum and maximum is more than 1, that means many. To represent that each property for rent is overseen by 0 or 1 member of staff, we place 0 to 1 beside the staff entity. That is, 0 is minimum and maximum value is 1. So, if you see the maximum values of multiplicity at both entity types in this ER diagram, 1 is maximum value in this 0 to 1 and many is maximum value in 0 to many. So, this total relationship becomes example for the one to many relationship. Next, coming to the many to many relationship, consider the relationship advertises, which relates the newspaper and property for rent entity types. This is semantic net. Advertises is relationship type. R1, R2, R3, R4 are its relationship occurrences. Newspaper is an entity type with entity occurrences Glasgow Daily, the West News, Aberdeen Express. Property for rent is an entity type with entity occurrences PG21, PG36, PA14, PG4. We see that Glasgow Daily advertises property numbers PG21 and PG36. The West News also advertises property number PG36 and Aberdeen Express advertises property number PA14. However, property number PG4 is not advertised in any newspaper. So, it tells that one newspaper advertises one or more properties for rent and one property for rent is advertised in 0 or more newspapers. Therefore, for newspapers, there are many properties for rent. And for each property for rent participating in this relationship, there are many newspapers. So, we can say it is many to many relationship. This is AR diagram for the same example. To represent that each newspaper can advertise one or more properties for rent, we place one to many beside the property for rent entity type. To represent that each property for rent can be advertised by 0 or more newspapers, we place 0 to many beside the newspaper entity type. This is about many to many relationship. This is summary of multiplicity constraints. You can see 0 to 1 means 0 or 1 entity occurrences. 1 to 1 means exactly one entity occurrence. 0 to many, 0 or many entity occurrences. 1 to many means 1 or many entity occurrences. 5 to 10, minimum of 5 up to maximum of 10 entity occurrences. And here 0, 3, 6 to 8. 0 or 3 or 6, 7 or 8 entity occurrences. So these are some examples for the multiplicity.